You ever been through a phase in your life where you just feel like it's so hard to sit down and focus? It's so hard to actually do the work that you need to do. Nothing's working out for you. Things that you normally are able to do, you can't really do, or you don't feel motivated to do. All kinds of stuff where it's like, God damn, bro, life is it's kind of hard. Now, I'll be completely transparent with you. I've been going through one of these phases that I just spoke about. Things that I normally do and I'm focused on, I can't focus on anymore. So, how can you fix it? Because this is not the first time in my life that I've gone through a similar phase, and it's not going to be the last time in my life that it happens either. So you gotta have a protocol that you can get to anytime you feel like you're in this type of situation and get yourself out of it quickly. I spoke about this maybe 2 years ago on my channel, but it was just like a 2-minute clip in a 20-minute video. But right here, I'm making a full video dedicated to it. And matter of fact, I'm walking you through it because I'm currently doing what I'm about to tell you myself. And this is something called a dopamine detox. So you see, our brain receptor, how it works, it has these things called dopamine. And anytime we do some kind of action that triggers it, it wants more of it. And for dopamine, anything like playing video games, playing the slot machine, doing this, scrolling on your phone, not knowing what next post is gonna come, that area of your brain where it's like, oh yes, more, oh yes, more. That exact thing is basically your dopamine going crazy. And what ends up happening is that the more dopamine you feed it, and you keep giving it that, you keep giving it more scrolling, you keep giving it TikTok, you keep giving it fucking YouTube video, you keep playing video games like I was playing Marvel Rivals like crazy. You keep doing all of these things. Guess what happens to your dopamine receptors? Now, the normal things that you used to do, like reading a book, like sitting down and doing the work, is extremely boring to it, and it doesn't want to do that because it wants to go do the exciting stuff. So how do you shut it down? How do you reset that dopamine receptors so that you can read a book again and actually enjoy it, so that you can sit down and work on your business and actually enjoy it like you used to? How can you, let's say you're on your come up and stuff like that, and you have a Forex trading course to go through or whatever, right? How can you actually sit down and watch the whole 8-hour course when you sit down for 5 minutes and your brain already starts tweaking? How? This is by doing something called dopamine detoxing, right? So how do we do it? How do we detox? Let me put this down real quick. There's multiple ways of doing it. There's multiple protocols. Different people will suggest different things. The way that I do it is I go on a 3-day spree where I remove certain things from my life, right? So what I remove, personally, I remove my phone completely. This is coming from a millionaire. I have staff talking to me. I have personal relationships. I have all kinds of stuff. I don't care. I turned it off. I put it in a safe somewhere and I locked it. So I cannot go and check it or go and try to speak to nothing. It's locked away. I cannot use my phone. Now, for the extreme version, you can even remove your computer completely. Now, I can't do that. I run a business. I need constant inputs. I need to work. And that was the thing. I need to enjoy my work again. So I'm allowing myself to work. I'm allowing myself to go on my computer. But there's certain rules. I can't go on YouTube and watch random videos. So if I go on my feed, like on my YouTube feed, you know, when you go to your homepage and there's a bunch of videos, I've installed a Chrome plugin that removes all of that. So when I go youtube.com, it's literally empty. The only thing you have is the search bar. So unless you have a specific video that you're searching for or a specific topic that you need help with, you will not be able to see any of the videos. So all the BS with the games and this, that, I don't see none of that. And the only way I get to use YouTube if I'm trying to learn something or I'm struggling with something. Let's say right now I'm editing my website or whatever, I don't know how to do something, I can go check on there. The third thing you do is you basically try to limit any human to human contact, right? So for example, I live with a dog and stuff like that. So I went today, I put him into daycare for a couple of days until my dopamine detox is over. like your dog, your spouse, whatever. It could become a lie. You speak to them, whatever, you get dopamine. So you actually have to isolate yourself. If you live with somebody, then go book a hotel for a couple of days, or book a hotel for them for a couple of days, and you can stay in your place to actually do this and to reset your brain. Now, trust me, man, it is worth it doing this. They'll appreciate it after the fact. When you're finished with your dopamine detox and you got your motivation back and you're back peppy and you love all of the stuff that you used to love, they will thank you that you actually went ahead and did it. So far, this is my first day doing this, right? This is my first 24 hours that I'm doing this right now. Exactly everything that I just said, I'm doing it. And I already feel way better, straight up. I already, just from doing it, how long have I been awake? I've been awake for about maybe 10 hours now, and I've removed everything, right? So it's been 10 hours that I don't have access to my phone. I don't have access to all the things that I just said. And the phone is a big one, to be honest. The phone is the biggest devil, because you're just chilling and then you keep going, trying to find out, like that's the devil right there, is the phone, to be honest. That's the biggest one. The second one for me was video games, but that's like, it was easy for me to just stop playing, right? Anyways, since then, I've actually been able to sit down and read. I'm reading my favorite book ever, which I've shouted out on this channel multiple times since 2021. I'm rereading this book and relearning some of the things that I forgot. Because one of the things about human beings, man, we forget. We might learn some life-changing stuff and then just forget it. We are so dumb and retarded, it pisses me off. But as a human, repetition is the key. And I'm going and rereading my favorite book. I'm not reading it fully. This is a huge book. I've already read it once, cover to cover. But now I'm rereading the parts that I need, that apply to me, that I need to listen to right now, or to get the information that I need from. And so just a couple of days ago, I tried to read this. I couldn't. I promise you, I couldn't. I would sit and try to do it and then drop the book within a couple of seconds. I'm not joking. And I would just keep making excuses like, oh yeah, later at night, when I'm in bed, then I'll pick it up. And then later at night, I'm in bed, and then I'm like, but now I'm tired, man. I don't know. Maybe just tomorrow I'll do it. And then tomorrow comes and I don't do it. So even just reading a book for just a couple of pages at least, I couldn't do. And today I read 2 chapters already of this. So that's one thing, right? The other thing is I sat down and I journaled. Let me actually put it up. One of my favorite things back in the day used to be to sit down and journal. And I stopped doing that. I stopped doing a lot of things that actually made me successful, right? And that's one of the lessons in this video, to be honest. I'm sharing with you my personal struggles and how I'm fixing them, because there is a process to fixing these things. And it usually has to do with your brain, like the motivation factors in your brain are just so fried because of the dopamine that it needs a reset. And once you start resetting it, even just 10 hours in, I feel way better, right? So imagine when I finish the whole 3-day period of dopamine detox, I think I'll be in a good mental headspace. But one of the things that I used to love to do, I even have a notebook there. I still have it. Since I was broke, since I had no money and I was a college student, I used to always journal it. And I used to write like, hey, I'm gonna be successful, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And all of those things came true. And guess what happened? I became successful and then I stopped doing that. Well, mostly because it's like, oh, okay, I reached the end goal, right? But that's not true. You reached a part of your goal, but now you need to keep updating your goal. You need to keep doing that. You need to keep manifesting the rest of your life. Like, I'm still young. I'm only 26 right now. I still have years and years and years to live. If you think you accomplished everything that you initially wanted to accomplish, like what now? And guess what happens then? Once you just let life go and do whatever it wants, you start living a very random script. And now the life events you're experiencing are not the type of life events that you want to experience. You're experiencing weird shit. It's just random shit, right? Instead of when I used to actually sit down and journal my life and journal what is happening, journal what I want to happen, journal all kinds of stuff, I actually was manifesting those things, and they were over time happening to me. Those events became reality over a long period of time. All of my dreams gonna come true, bro. I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna be making multi six figures a year, and then I'm gonna transition into being a millionaire. You're gonna see. I don't know how long it will take, but I know it will happen. That's it. And so I started doing that again. I started my gratitude journaling. My gratitude stuff, which I stopped doing. This was like something I used to do for years, every day. It was like I couldn't miss it, and then I just stopped doing it. Again, sometimes some of the things that get you to success, you just stop doing. I was also in a bad mental space, to be honest. But anyways, now I sat down, I actually wrote like 1, 2, 3 pages of journaling where I'm just writing, just letting all the shit out that I've experienced or I'm feeling, or whatever I feel like was blocking me or giving me this mental block. I just wrote it all down and let it go, and provided myself a solution with it inside while I'm writing. So I've done this, something that I haven't done in a while. One of the things that I used to do a lot when I was younger and I was broke and still in college, I used to live like in a studio apartment. It was pretty shitty, but that's where I learned a lot of stuff, because I used to live by myself, and that's a blessing. Living by yourself is a blessing when you're that age and you really need it. And I used to have notes sticked everywhere of reminder of things or things to keep me in the right mental mode. So I readopted that. If you can see right here, I just put visualize every day. That's something that honestly is extremely important and trivial to my success, and I stopped doing. I stopped visualizing, stopped meditating, stopped doing all of that stuff. And it's like, why? And again, it usually has to do because your brain is so fried. Your brain is so fried that you cannot sit down and meditate. Why sit down and meditate? I want to scroll and see some baddies on IG. I want to go play fucking Marvel Rivals and kill some shit. I want to go play Warzone and kill people on Call of Duty. Why? What do you mean meditate? So that's what's happening. It's like to quiet your mind down and give it a moment of peace is like such a super boring activity when your dopamine receptors are so fried. And so you gotta start wondering, they're probably doing this on purpose so you never get your mental peace. But anyways, I also just had a couple of notes here. For example, this one says, you create your own reality. Mind your vibrations always. That's one of the things. I started noticing my vibrations. I wasn't always being high vibrational like I used to. I just started becoming more pessimistic, started becoming a little, little grouchy, a little grinchy, And I was like, I started noticing it over time. I was like, okay, now I'm doing the dopamine detox and reflecting on myself and how I've been, and I'm fixing some of these things. And sometimes you need a visual reminder to see that. Also, another one right here, always radiate positivity. Ride the wave of good fortune. Again, one of the things I used to always do is always be positive, even in negative situations. I used to stay extremely positive, and guess what? That would attract more positive and positive events, and my life would go on to be what it is today, or what it was before this little phase. And it was amazing. Everything was amazing. Things worked out for me, right? Because I was always positive. And when you're always positive, you keep attracting that positivity. It keeps coming to you, and it's amazing. And then I'm going through a video course right now, so that's another thing. I buy courses and shit like that. Sometimes I don't even open them. I don't even watch a single video. But I purchased this one right now, going through it. One of the things he was saying, it's like, write this in your room. And it simply just says, something amazing is about to happen. Isn't that a great thing to see all the time? You're just sitting and you see, something amazing is about to happen, and it goes into your brain, it goes into your subconscious. Something is amazing is about to happen. Guess what will happen? Something amazing. And then it keeps on going, and it's just a great way to create a positive loop back into your life. I loved it. As soon as he said, I was like, yes, I'm putting that in my room ASAP. Something amazing is about to happen. What a way to just instantly think positively, instantly start like manifesting something good to happen to you. It's great. Why wouldn't you do that, right? So yeah, another thing, little tip. When I used to live in my other condo, well, some of you will not be able to do this, but if you have a little bit of cash, I suggest that you do this, and don't worry, you don't have to actually spend it. I used to trade and stuff like that. In my Burj Khalifa condo, I used to live in the Burj Khalifa, which is basically the largest or the tallest building in the world. They have apartment complexes there, and I had my trading room there, overlooking basically the whole Burj Khalifa mall and the fountains, whatever. It was great. But what I used to do when I used to go to work and trade and whatever, I used to always keep like a fat stack of money right next to me there. It would be right there. So like it would be bigger than this. I mean, I can go get a bigger stack than this, but this should do. It's just a representation, right, of money. And it's like, keep that next to you, man. It's just, you see the money next to you. You're gonna keep attracting more of it. I know some people do like $100 bill. Some people, again, if you can do more than $100 bill, you can get a stack like this. It's better, right? And then you could just, it's just there. You could touch it. You could smell it. You could, you just start loving it. Have a positive relationship with it. This is money, right? But you can have a positive relationship with it. And if you do, you will keep attracting more of these things. So that's what you want. You want to create a positive relationship with money in your brain so that money wants to keep coming to you. And that's just how it is. It's like a girlfriend. I feel like money is a female, and you got to treat her like a female, because if you're not treating her right, she will go away and find somebody else to go to, right? And that's exactly money. If you're not treating the money right, it will find somebody else to go to instead of you. So you want to make sure you keep treating it good, you keep having a good relationship with money. And one of the things you can do, like I said, just while you're working in your office, just have a little stack there, especially if it's in your home. I'm not telling you to go do this at your job. Somebody's going to steal it. But if it's in your home, definitely keep a little, a couple racks there just to remind you. And then, yeah, this is basically my first 10 hours. I'll check back in maybe tomorrow. I still got a bunch of work to do, editing some things on my website. Yeah, I'll probably continue reading for a bit, and then I'll check back in with you here tomorrow and let you know if there was any progress. All right, guys, so we're in day 2 of the dopamine detox. And honestly, I woke up much more motivated than yesterday. I woke up just, that's the difference is when you're not on the dopamine detox and your brain is fried, you're not excited to work. You're not excited to do anything. You just want to go and scroll on your phone again, right? This is the difference, because I can't do that. I can't scroll on my phone. I can't go and play whatever I want to play. I can't do anything fun, really. So our brain automatically tries to find something fun, and the only fun thing I can do is work on my business, work on my software, work on my stuff. So yeah, I also need to read my book, but work is like more dopamine inducing than reading, to be honest. So, but I will still force myself to read a few pages of the book today. But yeah, guys, like for sure I feel much more clarity. But not only that, like I'm coming up with a lot of ideas that were probably suppressed prior because there's just so much garbage in your brain. Like the nice insights and stuff like that don't have room to come out, right? But now I have like a lot of fresh ideas. I got so many new ideas that I'm gonna film videos on, for example, things for my business, things that we can add to our software, all kinds of ideas that now are flourishing and allowing my creativity to come out there compared to before. So so far so good. I can attest that, hey, it's been a long time since I done a dopamine detox. It's been like, I remember the last time that I did it, and it was when I was still in university. So this is quite a while ago, right? I was maybe like 22 years old. I'm 26 now, so that's years ago. That was my last time that I did it. I think that's a big mistake. Should have done much more on the way. Anyways, I was 22 years old. I was in university. I was broke as fuck, had no money, and I remember I was just lost. I was just lost because at that time I used to make music and like try to sell beats and stuff, and I made a little bit of money from that. But I was just like, this is not the path that's gonna take me to millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands and all of the stuff that I wanted, which is funnily enough the life that I live today, right? But I was thinking about that back then, and I was like, whatever I'm doing now is not gonna get me there. And I don't know what to do. I can't focus on anything. I can't learn anything new. I don't know what to focus on. What should I learn? What should I do? And so then I discovered dopamine detoxing back then. And that was the first time ever doing it. I did the whole 3-day thing, no phone, no nothing. And honestly, even after the 3 days, I continued some of the habits even longer than that, because at that time it was like, bro, I have no money, no nothing. I don't care about none of this other garbage, right? So I continued that path, and that allowed me at that time to soak in a lot of Forex trading knowledge. I learned how to manually trade back in those days. I learned a lot of stuff to do with marketing, which later on I had become a marketing manager after I graduated university. So it was a lot of things that really impacted my life, right? And that gave me massive opportunities, like the job that I had right after university. Like even before graduating, I already had a job lined up with the contract and everything and got paid. So, and all of the things that got me that job, I learned during that period of time after the detox, and after I was like, okay, enough is enough. My brain is fried. I want to relearn everything and just go deep, right? And after that same trading that I was doing and stuff like that, I built into a whole empire that we're on today. So all of these key moment decisions that happened later on in my life came from me one day choosing, hey, enough is enough. I need to clean my brain up, to get my focus back on and get on the straight path, right? So now, whatever I'm doing right now from this dopamine detox, it will be the key events. Whatever I'm cooking up right now will be key events that in the future will be the things that have gotten me to the next level, and so on and so forth. The only thing I would change personally is that I would do this more often. Instead of waiting 4 or 5 years, this needs to be minimum like once or twice a year. Because let's be honest, all the shit we consume, all the TikToks, all the so many ways to fry your brain. So I think dopamine detoxes in my life, I need to implement much more of. And this 48 hours so far has been amazing and is definitely a testament to that. And we still got a whole lot of work to do today. It's still early, you see the sunlight. So let's get back to work, and I'll update you in a bit. All right, honestly, it's starting to get hard. So we're still in the second day. It's nighttime right now. Normally, this time is where I would, I'm done work. I would go unwind. I would go put on a TV show. I would go maybe play some video games before I'm done for the day. And right now, I just, I feel it. I feel the tweaking, like as if you're some kind of drug addict and you have withdrawals. That's what it actually feels like. And I'm battling myself. I find myself going to YouTube and trying to find some fun video to just put in the background and watch. But like some shit that would just be entertaining normally, right? I'm finding myself like, hey, where's my phone? I'm finding myself, he's like, oh yeah, well, you should go to bed and put a TV show. So I'm starting to get those withdrawals right now, and I'm feeling them. I'm not gonna come here and lie to you. This just proves more than anything that your phone addiction, that your entertainment addiction is indeed a drug, just like sugar. Try to stop sugar and see how hard that is. It's extremely hard to stop eating sugar. It's literally an addiction, just like this is. And I think I have more control over this than my sugar addiction, I'll tell you that. But I'm definitely feeling it. So what I'm gonna do instead, I think I'm gonna put my sneakers on. I'm gonna go outside for a walk. No phone, no nothing. Just literally go outside for a walk. We got a nice little park here. Go breathe some air. Tired of this location that I've been imprisoned in for the past 48 hours, right? So I'm gonna go take a walk, come back and see how I feel. I probably won't be, what time is it? It's still only 11. Yes, kind of a bit early to sleep for me. So I'll probably come back, either go through some course, do some more work, or I don't know, maybe read a book. That could be the thing to unwind me. Instead of watching a TV show, maybe I'll just read a book. I'll catch up with you later. All right, guys, the 3-day period is over. Boom. And as you can tell by this little dude right here. Hold on, let's go say hi. Sushi. Hi. Hi. This guy's hot. Belly rubs, belly rubs, belly rubs. Look at this happy boy. More belly rub. Yeah, so this guy misses me even though it's only been 3 days. But yeah, to conclude, how am I feeling? How is the dopamine detox? Do I feel any of its effects? Honestly, yes. But I also think to have some really longer lasting results, I think it should be for longer, to be honest. I think at this point where we are in humanity, 3 days of detoxing is not even enough. I might have to maybe like not completely detox, but start slowly introducing stimuli back compared to just, hey, let me go back to my old life how it was, you know? I don't think that's the right way to do it, but rather it should do like 3 days of a hard detox so you completely remove these things and then slowly start to add stimuli, but only the ones that benefit you, right? So if you're gonna start introducing your phone back into your life, maybe delete your social media unless you make money from it. Even if you do make money from it, maybe have that outsourced to one of your team members and they post for you. Or for example, you start limiting some of the settings instead of using your phone, instead of having your phone with you as you work. Like right now, this is a mistake, I think. I think when you're working in your office, your phone should be somewhere else. It should be in a different room, locked away, and kind of a bit hard to access. Put it in the drawer. That way, when you're working, you're not constantly looking for a phone to start scrolling. I feel like that's the biggest problem. Another issue right now, which doesn't make it easy, is a lot of the applications I use, or a lot of the computer stuff that I use, uses two-factor authentication, and that requires you to generate a code from your phone, right? So that's fucking annoying, because now you're forced to have your phone even if you want to work on your computer just to log in to some accounts. So that's pretty annoying, to be completely honest, but it is what it is. Security measure. Again, what I feel right now more than anything is I realize a lot of the bullshit. I don't have a huge urge to go back and play video games right away, right? I've already like cooked up new ideas, new creative things to do. We just launched an Archangel AI. So this is an AI that you can speak to, and it knows everything about how our bot works. For example, I just launched it today, and it was created during this period. There's like a bunch of things. There's a whole lot of ideas that I have currently that I'm not in a rush to go back and watch, you know, bullshit TV and this and that. Now, of course, I will, and it's only a matter of time, right? But I feel I learned from this experience to just stay conscious of your dopamine levels and how fried you are, literally. And every time you start feeling fried, and I feel like the best litmus test for this is, can you sit down and read a book for 30 minutes? And if the answer is no, you desperately need a dopamine detox. If you can sit down and read for 30 minutes uninterrupted without going taking your phone or whatever, you're probably still okay. But if you can't, like me before starting this, I couldn't. I think it's time, bro. It's time for you to go do a 3-day dopamine detox. Now, if you're at the end of this video, thank you for watching the content. This was more of a, I don't know, I'm just sharing my personal journey, I guess. And if you're wondering, what is it that I do? What is these things that you see me working on? What is all of this stuff? We basically run an automated trading algorithm. So we've created an algorithm that combines AI, combines its own inputs that we have put in. It combines all kinds of stuff so that it automatically trades on your accounts. This is able to grow your investment accounts anywhere from 3 to 10% per month. Now, this algorithm can also trade all kinds of assets, including crypto, including currencies, commodities, all kinds of stuff that we trade with this thing. And if you want to learn more about it, and if you're interested in investing your money into something that will grow it hands off without you having to be involved all of the time, click the link down below. You'll see more information on our software Archangel and how it actually works. And if it's the right fit for you, go ahead and book a call. If it's not, no feelings lost. Still though, subscribe. Click the subscribe button, show us some love, and yeah, bye.